Hey there. Now look, if you're human, then your thinking can get kinked by impact bias. We're all prone to it, and one of the biggest ways that it shows up in practical life is that it has us putting too much effort, too much emotional effort, too much actual effort into the wrong things. We get scared of the wrong things. We want the wrong things. Basically, we pick the wrong goals. So in this video, I'm going to answer the question, what is impact bias? And I'm going to answer the question, why do we want the wrong things because of impact bias? I'm going to look at some impact bias examples that might help you see it in your own life. And I'm going to talk about how we can mitigate that particular cognitive bias. So by the end of this video, you'll know where you might be investing too much time in things, and you'll know how to turn that around. And hang around right to the very end, because I also want to tell you how you can get a free download that will start you on your own personal journey of combining your personal brilliance with unshakable emotional wellness. Now, my name's Steve and I'm a professional coach and trainer. I work mostly with professional people just like you on combining your personal brilliance with unshakable emotional wellness so that you can create a happier and more successful experience of your life and work. So for the best ideas and topics in that theme, please remember to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so that you'll know when new content arrives. Now, cognitive biases, and especially cognitive biases in decision making, are something that every coach should know about, and especially impact bias, because when we're assisting people in the creation and the setting of goals, impact bias is something that can really show up and have us setting the wrong goals, choosing the wrong goals. And it's really important to be able to see where that's happening and to be able to mitigate that so that we can choose the right goals and spend our energy on the right things. Now, it makes sense to start with the question, what is impact bias? So let's cover that. Let's look at the impact bias meaning and the impact bias definition. Now, its formal definition is it's the tendency for people to overestimate the length and intensity of future feeling states. But if you want to make that more relatable, in essence, what it means is the things that we think are going to make us happy, we think they're going to make us even happier and for even longer than they actually will. And for the things that we think will make us feel bad, then again, we think they will make us feel worse and for longer than they actually will. To make that even more relatable and with some real life examples, that car you've always desired, you're likely to think that that car will make you happier for longer than it probably actually will. And if you think about some of the things that you're avoiding in life, like, for example, losing a job. Now, losing a job is not a good thing, and I would never suggest that it is. But when we anticipate it, we tend to think that it will make us feel worse for longer than it actually will. Now, that's not to say there won't be any joy from a new car, because I'm sure there will be. I'm sure you would enjoy that new car. And similarly, with something bad like losing a job, I don't doubt that there will be some terrible feelings. You are likely to be gutted about that, and it will last a while. It's just that in the anticipation, we assume that the feelings that we're gonna get will be more intense and will go on for longer than they actually will. And in the case of the bad thing, that's partly because we will kick into action sooner than we imagine that we would and start working towards a new outcome. We won't stay there. So what does this mean in practice? Well, it means that we develop exaggerated towards and away from behaviours. Exaggerated behaviours towards things that we think will make us feel great, and exaggerated away from behaviours, away from the things that we think will make us feel bad. In other words, and to relate it to the existing examples, we'll probably put too much emphasis on getting that car, and we'll probably put too much emphasis on avoiding losing a job. Because, to be blunt, that great feeling you'll get about having that new car will wear off faster than you think. You will renormalize faster than you think. And whilst I wouldn't wish any bad things to happen to anybody, you're probably more scared of those bad things than you really need to be. And by the way, if you think about this, this sort of links with a couple of other videos I've done on overthinking and catastrophizing. And I'm going to put links to those videos further down this video so that once you've experienced more about impact bias, you can go on and learn a little bit more about overthinking and catastrophizing. Now, what's your thoughts on impact bias so far? Do you know of a time in your own life where you chased the wrong goal or put too much effort into moving away from something? Let me know in the comments. I'll read all the comments and I'll reply to as many as I can. Now let's really quickly cover off a couple of additional impact bias examples, but more importantly, get on to impact bias implications, because this is what will make it more relatable in real life and perhaps illustrate even more how we need to mitigate this impact bias. Now, I've already talked about material examples like cars, like the great car, like that Ferrari you've always wanted. But it can also apply to things like jobs, like I'll be really happy when I get that job, or I'll be really happy when I get that promotion, or I'll be really happy when I have that experience, when I meet that celebrity, when I dine in that restaurant. Now, I'm sure you will get pleasure out of them. But have you ever heard of this idea of buyer's regret? Well, that's when people spend a lot of money on something that they think is going to make them really happy. And they do get pleasure out of it. But the pleasure wears off and afterwards they think, should I have really bought it? Should I have really bought that Ferrari? Was it really worth spending all that money on that autographed boxing glove or whatever it is? Impact bias can also get us involved with exaggerated people-pleasing behaviours, dropping boundaries, working way too many hours. Because if we've decided that displeasing somebody is going to cause us worse feelings for longer than it actually will, we can get into those exaggerated people-pleasing behaviours. We can drop our boundaries. And if we get into the idea that a bad event like maybe losing our job is going to be so catastrophic that we must avoid it at all costs, that's when we can get locked into working excessive hours, trying too hard to do well. So what can we do about it? Well, it's quite simple really, because the reason impact bias gets us is because we don't really follow through our mental simulations about the things that we think will make us happy and the things that we think will be catastrophic. We don't think into the event, we don't think through the event, into the aftermath of the event and what will happen beyond. We don't think through buying the Ferrari to the point where we might get buyer's regret. We don't think through something bad like maybe losing a job to the point where we get active and get a new job and maybe build new things. So for example, if it's the decision to buy a Ferrari or not, don't just look forward to buying the Ferrari. Now the clue is in those words, look forward. Don't just look forward to buying the Ferrari, but in your mental simulation, move up to it, into it, through it, beyond it. What's it going to be like immediately afterwards when you're most enjoying it? What's it going to be like a week afterwards? Keep moving forward till it's a month after. Keep it moving forward till it's 3 months after, 6 months after, a year after, 2 years after, 5 years after. Take your thinking way beyond actually buying this thing or experiencing this event so that you can also look back on it as well as look forward to it. And this is a pretty good way of mitigating what may be an exaggerated looking forward feeling. And the same with unpleasant events that we might be moving too far away from. For example, if we're exaggerating our behaviours to not displease somebody, it's worth asking ourselves, well, what will actually happen if I did displease them? How will that be 1 week after? Keep moving forward. How will it be 3 months after? How will it be 6 months after? 1 year after? 2 years after? 5 years after? 10 years after? In 10 years' time, is it really going to feel such a big deal that it feels now? And that's the key thing, time. Getting a perspective on how will this be in a long period of time rather than just a short period. Now, if you'd like to explore how we can create transformational results together in your life, I would certainly love to hear from you. You'll find a way to contact me in the pinned comment below this video. And please, like this video if you did like it, give it that thumbs up because it tells YouTube that this is good content and it will show it to more people. Please share it on Facebook, please share it on Twitter, share it with your friends because it may help them too. But most of all, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that notifications bell so that you'll know when new content arrives. Now, I mentioned at the top of the video a free download to start your journey on combining your personal brilliance with unshakable emotional wellness. It's my simple 5-step guide to mastering yourself in stressful situations such as conflict and pressure. To download that, again, it's in the pinned comment below this video. Just find that comment, click the link, get the download and enjoy it. It's absolutely free, so please help yourself. And other than that, I'll see you next week.